What is up, everybody on YouTube? We're about to jump in, and I want to play some Duke today. Duke is an incredibly difficult character to play. We're going to jump in and we're going to struggle. We're going to jump in and we're going to struggle a little bit with the Duke. I also wanted to talk about some stuff that's been happening in the comments section on a previous video. We don't have to dive into that immediately, but I would like to touch on it. I think that it's a little concerning. A little concerning to me. I was going to maybe check for a secret room. What are the odds? Probably about 45%, considering that they gave you a mully. If they give you a mully boom in a room, they're telling you something. So what's the deal with the Duke? Well, we can't actually get health other than 2 soul hearts. That is a max health for us. We have, we can pick up health, if I can say that correctly. And the health turns into these orbiting defensive flies. I can use Duke's Gullet Pocket active to turn those orbiting defensive flies into attack flies, which is cool. Unnecessary. We have flight. Stats are pretty average. Like I said, it's a pretty tough character, so you know you're obviously protected from a lot of ranged attacks, but once a fly takes enough damage, or maybe even one-hit damage, I don't remember the exact, if there's a health to the flies, but they get then activated into attack flies, so you do lose them if you take some heat. I don't know about losing them if you use them for contact damage like that. I don't, probably, don't know. Drama, please. True Calamity Prime sub, what's up? It's a golden angry fake face. Floor bosses and mini bosses have increased HP, but also drop more hearts on death. We'll give that a shot. I think more hearts. It's kind of the build, right? It's to maximize the amount of hearts that you get so that you can protect yourself like this. Birthright allows me to carry, it's like 16 more heart flies, which is amazing. So I'd love to see that. Drama! Drama, drama. We crave the drama. The one thing that I want to talk about was on the Rebecca mod. I had mentioned something in the beginning about how... Let's take a moment. I was going to read the page. Where are we at? Stop it. Don't. Kids be kids, okay? It's a game about a 5-year-old. You don't need to bring sex into this all the time. So the joke there was that, I mean, it's legitimately somewhat triggering to me to see people sexualizing children, and I really think that there is blurred lines when it comes to the Isaac Modern community between actual haha, look at those boobies on Beastia, and actual pedophilia-esque things where you're like, oh, that feels wrong. We're talking about Rebecca being Isaac's wife, and just to go into the top comments here, in regards to Isaac's wife thing, they're trying to stick to the biblical theme. Isaac's wife in the Bible is Rebecca. The two of them are the parents of Jacob and Esau. I get it. Still weird, but I get it. And then there's a lot of this. There's some nice. This one was nicer. This next one, no, sorry, not that one. This 56 upvote one. I like how you can tell what Hutz's personality is by him automatically thinking of sex when he reads Isaac's wife. Now, obviously, there's not anything particularly positive or negative, but I think if we really think and we really dive into what this comment means, I think that's kind of disparaging to my personality. I think that the only place I would go with that is negative. I would say you can tell what his personality is. My personality is what, that I think that sex should be between a man and a wife, and that we were required to have sex, because I don't think that. A couple other ones in here. Why do you see wife and instantly think about sex? It's more like kids playing house mindset, which is just an assumption on your part. Tied into actual biblical stuff. I know some mods, I know how some mods are, but come on. To be fair, marriage should never be connected with sex in the first place. It can be wholesome and platonic and regardless of age. I agree. I actually fully agree with that. I'm going to upvote that because I definitely agree with that. I do have to say, sex isn't about... Or marriage isn't about sex. I get that Hutz saw some shit, but if your first thought is sex, that's a you problem. Again, just negative. Just negative, just generally being that's a you problem, that's a you issue, attacking my personality. I think that something that I saw again and again, right, was well, no, but it's talking about the biblical sense, and that's exactly where I'm coming from. I totally agree that we're talking about the biblical sense of marriage here, and literally the Bible says thou must procreate. That literally is the purpose of marriage when you're talking about Christian fundamentals. People gotta chill, says Lovey. I literally think that, like, I totally agree with with people, of a lot of people actually nowadays. I feel like we're moving away from this idea of Christian marriage and Christian union and Christian ideals. I think that a lot of us still suffer under these Christian ideals, you know, this supposed separation of church and state, which is not true. But I did a search, right? I did a Google search, and just to read a couple of things here. This is one of the first hits I got. It says, "What does the Bible say about sex and marriage?" Sex was created to be a unique experience to bind husband and wife together in what the Bible calls one flesh unity. Matthew 19:6. God invented sex. Sex was designed for marriage, period. Talking about sex outside of marriage. The Bible encourages marriages to have sex to avoid sexual immorality. It's about having kids. Marital sex is to be mutual and frequent so that the husband and wife are not tempted to commit adultery. If we just talk about, like, how many cultures and how many versions of Christianity out there where literally you need to have sex on the first night, on your wedding night, in order to consummate your marriage. Sex is just 150,000% tied into marriage. Christian marriage, Bible marriage. And we're talking about Rebecca. Oh, that was really close. This is a really good item. Talking about Rebecca, Isaac's wife from the Bible. So pardon me when I have to take a step back and say we are talking about the Bible. That's literally what we're talking. Like, that's exactly correct. You're right. I don't think there's any need to be disparaging to me in the comment section for connecting the Bible, sex, and marriage. Same-sex marriage. I think that, honestly, my opinion is that we need to move away from Christian marriage, right? I just think that, and that would obviously take, like, you know, it not being like one of the only things recognized by the state. But Isaac's all about religion, exactly. So that's why my head went there. Oh, I should have picked those red hearts up. I kind of forgot there for a second. No disparaging was intended. I agree with you completely. Was that your comment, Froggy? I just think that, like, you know, you can really tell about Hutz's personality. It's like, well, did you tell any of the things that I just said? He's like, I don't think you did. Yes, it was. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like we're all on the same team here. You know, I feel like we're all on the same team here. So it was kind of shocking to me to go into the comment section. And it was also just, honestly, it was me trying to make light of the situation where, like, some things do actually make me really uncomfortable in the Isaac community. And I think they should be called out, right? If we see some sort of, like, really weird pedophilia, I mean, that's not okay. Consent is necessary. And so I made a joke about it, right? I made a joke about it. Oh, you think that's a good idea? We're low on health, but I don't know if glass cannon's gonna be the thing to do. I don't know. Webster defines a wedding as the removing of weeds from one's garden. Duke doesn't start with 3 hearts or can't gain any past 2. Uninstall and reinstall the mod. I had similar issues with Duke post HP boost update. Oh, that's right. Duke did get an update. You're absolutely right about that. We're just gonna play it old-fashioned, I guess, at the time. God hates weeds. You heard it here first. Once again, I don't give a crap if you do really enjoy being Christian and those are your ideals, right? The only thing that I would say is the bad part about it is I feel like, you know, sometimes I personally get attacked for not sharing them. And I'm also going to call out if your ideals literally call for, you know, something that I would consider as like non-consensual or completely unnecessary. Like, for example, forcing a woman to have sex with you on your wedding night so that you can consummate your marriage. I know that's like really old school, right? That's just a wild example. I didn't mean to activate my hearts. I meant to use my anima sola. Anima sola is not my pocket. Oh, we'll get more. We'll get more. But yeah, that was a little concerning. I made some comments back on some of those things, but they didn't show up. I don't know if it's waiting for me to accept my own comments. Do we know if the health cap breaking items work on Duke? Which health cap breaking items? Which ones? We're gonna have to stop you there. Meltdown. But what's Duke's Duke's gender? Yeah, let's stick with Duke's gender. Can't tell which attack he's gonna do. I don't have them all memorized. Stop it. Groggy with the 16 months. No tag was intended. I was commenting. It was the comment explaining that the mod author made it based on the biblical thing. Oh yeah, no. I don't think that's what I was saying. That was one of the more positive ones, Groggy. No, we're good. But I think that it did kind of misrepresent what I was trying to say. I am specifically taking the biblical definition of marriage into mine specifically, even though that's not the one that I personally think and believe. Right. But that is like literally the theme here. That is why Rebecca is Rebecca, why Rebecca was used. And I don't think that the mod creator, honestly, I don't think the mod creator really wanted to turn it into a sexual thing. That's not my belief. But I do think though that if I was creating a mod myself and I was like, I want to use some biblical references, and I was like, oh, Rebecca, Isaac's wife, I think that I would stray from that. I'd be like, nah, that's too weird. I would personally be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Right? Regardless of how one feels. I can do deals with the devil and I can pay for them with flies. So this is something that I wasn't aware of last time. Is that enough flies? Don't know, but I need it. I got one left. My family. What have you done? If I created a mod, it would make it say bruh when I got hit. I guarantee you that's already a mod. Gooks Denver. Do we know if health cap breaking items work on Duke? Did you answer them? Fiend Foley added a bunch of things. The Hearts of China, also a greed item, which gives you a coin heart, and some boss items, which give you max HP up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know on that one. But if I see it, I'll try it. Assuming it doesn't hurt the run. But yeah, no, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I feel like we're on the same team here, chat, for the most part. And, I don't want to feel like I'm being attacked when we, for the most part, share the same beliefs. If I'm wrong about, you know, maybe I'm taking these comments in a way they were not intended, like Groggy was saying. That's good information too. Let me know. Let me know. Biblically accurate mods are cringe, and I'm Christian. Duke gets his flies from picking up red health. Yeah, if I leave some red health on the floor, or any health for that matter, let me know, because I can take soul hearts for health, which I need right now. Red hearts, black hearts, bone hearts, eternal hearts are all turned into flies, I believe. Rotten hearts, I don't know what rotten hearts do. There's a box elder bug on my light. There's a box elder plague every year. YouTube comments are somewhat of a hostile environment. Generally a hostile environment. I think they can be good. I should have taken the disc there. I kind of forgot that we took options already. There were so many drops, I wanted them all. I have a golden fly. I think I missed the golden heart. Probably drops money. Maybe does Midas if I sent it out as an attack fly. What does the egg do? It says corn kernel. It's just a familiar. Ooh, yellow or blue? Matrix time. If you're wrong, I will take all of them, and I'll make you feel the pain. And you'll be banned. Oh, that too. Blue. Blue. Blue, blue, blue. Alright. Lovey, Squat, write these names down. Everyone that says blue.
Power pill.
Good one. I'm assuming that flies are also invulnerable when I'm power pilling. And I kind of want to see if I can't get them to pay out with some money. Yeah. Oh, the fly died. The fly was not invulnerable. Can I just ban them preemptively? You should have. Power pill. It's still really good with the corn kernel. Or we just end up using it on this boss. We should use it before we pick up health. Because I don't want to get flies just to lose them again. Hurts. It hurts too much. Piercing. Oh yeah. Forgot the heart. I just said that I'm gonna wait to pick up red hearts. I get that you're watching my stream in between episodes of Bachelor, but please. Oh, I gotta go with the double bomb there. I'm deaf. Anybody actually here in the comment section? I'm not saying actually as in I don't believe you. If you were, I would feel really bad. I'm asking you specifically and everybody else, and especially on YouTube as well. Is anybody actually deaf that watches my content? Because I feel like subtitles are just not okay. they're okay, like, I guess it's kind of impressive that it's all AI generated, and for the most part it's about like I would say 65% correct, but it's curious. It's a curious thought. That was an unlucky shot. I don't know what to say about that one. I'm gonna need a soul heart here soon. You got a soul heart in there? No, that's pretty good though. Yes. Doesn't let me. I'm being serious, bro. Partial from the army. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you use subtitles? Daughter is partially deaf. Watches with me sometimes. Hearing impaired, 25. Damage from my work in manufacturing. Yes. Yes, you do. Okay. And how is that? How are the subtitles? I feel like it's something that we don't think about often that we should maybe think about more. Oh, yeah. I mean, I want to see what the Rotten Hearts do, but it's flipping tractor beam. Where is he? Where is that little bastard? Hearts! Did you know that conjoined is good with tractor beam? That means conjoined is good all the time. Hey, get your hands out of here. Hey. Disconnect with words sometimes and need to read what it says. I just recently, so I don't usually watch anything with subtitles. I don't even see those scuzzes. Oh God, we're dying. Oh! I'm gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna buy a soul heart. Perfect. Just, yep, that's the one. That's the one for me. Happy to have it. We're gonna go ahead and try to get this red stew, maybe. I watched, God damn it, my brain just forgets really simple, easy words sometimes. I watched Inside, Bo Burnham. Oh my god, that was close. Woo! Yowzas. Are we taking the void here? Oh, you know what? We didn't grab the red hearts to get red flies because I was like, I'm gonna lose them anyways when I use this pill, but then we get to deal with the devil and I need the red flies for that. I had to use subtitles for that because I wasn't about to miss the nuance of the jokes because I didn't hear a single word that he's saying. I think that music, for me, I just can't understand the words. I have to look up lyrics. You know, like 20 years later after a song comes out, I've been singing it since I've been a child, and it turns out that I've been singing all the wrong lyrics because I just literally made them up. I don't ever use subtitles for YouTube. Inside was good. It was, like, super fucked up. Like, I think intentionally, right? What happens if I take it and I don't have enough flies? Probably just die. Okay, that's good. Works for me. It might still be open. It's possible that we could come back with some hearts. And I guess I'll roll with this and see what's up. I really like Anima Sola, but it's, you know... I don't know what these guys are. Please leave me alone. I don't know what those were either. If this tractor beam is good, then I got my health back. You were trying to cross the border. You're finally awake. I'll check my message above. One of the reasons I watch you is that that you enunciate beautifully. Makes you much easier than some to understand, but I have subs on in case I don't quite catch something so I can double check. That is something that I've heard about people from Minnesota in general. Is that a lot of people that want to learn English will study it here. There's no crazy... I mean, some people... especially out rural Minnesota, especially closer to Canada, I have like, oh yeah, you know, don't you know there, guy there, bud? And it's a little difficult to parse through that language, but you know. Oh, Minnesota, eh? Oh yeah. Gobad's 100 bits. What's in the docket for today? We're gonna play this. We're probably gonna switch over to some Eden Streaks after this. You know, it is still open. I can go. I did miss one heart, but I only wanted enough to get this. Oh, can you play the Demon Beggar? Probably not, right? That probably doesn't take red health. That's probably asking too much of the mod creator. But I am happy that we got the pentagram there. Good stuff. Your English is very easy to understand, in my opinion. English differs a lot depending on where you learn it, and you usually communicate with anyway. I'm not sure I fully grasped what you were saying there, but... yeah. Oh, we did get both of those. What was up with that? How come some of these we're getting both of them? If I leave the room and come back, do I get both? what is going on? It does not take heart flies. AFAIK. Assholes forget another inch. Knives. What is that? What does it mean? What you just said? Let's be honest, as far as I know. Thank you. That makes sense to me. I like my other one that I said better than that, but fine. I will say, here's some things that we can just literally take a look at. Noah, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Is that some people literally do speak English is according to the dictionary and the actual phonetical, like, we have rules, and you do say it wrong. Okay, we can say that. That can be established, and you want to get defensive, it's fine. No, it's fine. Go ahead, get defensive. I'm fine with that, but it does not change my opinion on the fact that you actually say things incorrectly. And if you're doing so that you can fit in with your inner group, I totally get it. I'm not attacking you. Calm down. This is a Wendy's. My goodness. Okay, I will readily admit that I say room weirdly and I say bag. Right? It's bag. Great. I can establish that. I can own up to my own shit. Updates on house projects? No. No. Just being pathetic. Burp. Hey, another power pill. I would say that my wisps are probably invulnerable when I power pill. Not the flies. I think we've confirmed that. I just annihilated them via wisp. You say room weird. Room. And I quizzed all my friends on it. Guess what every single last one of my goddamn friends say? Room. Every last one of them, chat. So it is. It's one of those things that I'm saying where me in my inner group with my inner people, my, colloquialism, whatever you want to call it, the, different things that everyone says everywhere else that makes them unique. And it's not a bad thing. But it could be wrong. Just it is. It is what it is. Hots, do you have ADHD? I don't know, do you? Do I want to avoid the red key, chat, and get a 6-room recharge red key? Or just roll red key? I'd be actually fine with either one of them. There's a chance that we get Ultra here. Drinking rum in my room. You see, there is a difference. There's a big difference between the way I say rum and room. Even though people tend to mix them together, I think they're just doing that to trigger me, to be honest. They're trying to make me upset. And make me feel like I'm wrong. It is slightly wrong. Like I said, if we're talking about strict definition, the actual written pronunciation rules, as I was saying earlier. So it's fine. You make me feel that way, whatever. So that's my issue. That's a me thing. We'll admit to that. Red key, red key, red key, red key. Here's the one good thing though, is that if I did gulp it down, or not gulp it down, if I voided it, we would be able to both eat items that I don't like, potentially get some more really good active items, and still have a chance to find an ultra secret room, all at the cost of 2 extra rooms to charge this thing. Convincing myself that maybe I'll just void it down. Pretty neat, I guess. Still sounds good and understandable, so it's pretty fair. You missed my sub. I missed a bunch of things. I was just going off on a huge random tangent there. Rock Mops, thank you for the 60 months. I appreciate you. Well, Blackout Donut, thank you for the 7 months. Anyone else don't like these Audible ads? Noah, Prime sub, welcome, my friend. Appreciate you. 16 months for Lipomello. You won't get rid of me that easily. 15 months for P. Wiener. Any updates on house projects? And I said no to that one. And then Lee Vincetto. 2 months. Balls. Welcome back. I swear, I'm not trying to ignore any of you. Look at this little guy. Little pill bug. Hemorrhoids. I don't think we need another hemorrhoids. I'm hearing something. Probably a bug banking off of the fan. Red key void is boring. But red key on its own is not? I'm just... yeah. Probably gonna open that instead. These are golden rocks. Can I get both of these golden rocks? Probably not. Dondel equals donut. That's amazing. What language? I was a pro streamer slash YouTuber as Hard Huts. We get it. I'm supposed to use a bomb. I don't avoid that. The music was perfect. The music was perfect. You did your job well, music. Thank you. Bing, bing, bing. Let me play you the world's saddest song and the world's smallest piano. Look at this, like, saw blade thing that we got going on here. Look at the amount of souls of Bethany. What's that about? It's awesome. I'm confused. A little turned on. Throw away the whole run. Here's a thought, too. With everything that we've been saying today. Is that I do think... Once again, we get both of them. Something weird with one of the items that's going on right now that we're getting double drops. Anyways, I do think that this here on live stream, since I've been streaming for so long especially, I do feel like we should be aware this is a little bit, probably a little bit, of an echo chamber. Oh, I do want that. You're a horrible person. I hate you. A little bit of an echo chamber. You know, where we all kind of agree to that for the most part. I've spoken out about a couple of things. Some things I think that I was really nice about and reasonable about. Some things maybe less so. Just kind of angry about status quo kind of thing. And scared away some people that might have had differing opinions. I get that. But yeah, no, I think that we should just, you know, definitely be aware. And never just accept too, like, well, we here think this, so that's the way it is. You know. Especially if it comes down to me being like, yeah, there's a lot of people were saying these like really negative things, and then people are like, well, we don't think that, so you're wrong. Well, no, I am experiencing that though. I don't know. A lot of things to think about. Being aware of your own echo chambers. It seems like maybe health. Health is just, it's different with Duke, right? Maybe they overwrote hearts and soul hearts to make the mod work. Something to think about. Remember, bosses are dropping extra health. And that is nice because of the angry face. This is going to be just a trinket. Unless, we get some flies for taking this health upgrade? It looked like maybe, yes. Blind Rage. That's really good, especially at low health, but I kind of like all of these hearts that we're getting instead. My opinions are dumb. I think my opinions are dumb. Don't know why people assume you will agree with them. Just accept other people have other opinions. That's easier said than done too, though. At the same time, like devil's advocate, some people have some really fucking trash opinions, and those opinions directly hurt the people that you care about, including yourself. So I wish it was simple. It's rarely ever simple. Dad's Wallet. Shop items can be purchased even if unaffordable. Debt gives multiplicative damage down and drops a credit card. Would we take this just for a credit card? Yeah, maybe. Or would I take a multiplicative damage down just to get Membies? Probably. What else? I think there's Sack Face. Do I want Sack Head? I have terrible immediate self-awareness. You got several flies. That's why I bought it. I don't necessarily like this item. I don't think it should be a deal with the devil. If it's a deal with the devil, there should be something other than a multiplicative damage down. That's horrible, but... I'm from Germany, and I think that your pronunciation is very clear and easy to understand. Especially streamers, YouTubers are very good in communicating. Keep up with the great work. I think it comes with the job too. TA, thank you. Hello. Let's see how bad the damage down is. Oh yeah. Horrible timing for testing that out, but I could. You guys want me to buy the sack head and see how bad the damage down is? Hard to judge it when we've never experienced it. A horrible character to try this out on, but I'm game. Buy the pill. Yeah, yeah. Buy the battery. I can't actually buy the battery until I use the red key within, which you reminded me that I'm holding this damn thing. So let's go try to find the ultra. Far left or the left and down? Where do you think it would be? I'm feeling it could be on the right side of the map, but I'm feeling like maybe it's... Actually, there's not even a red room there. Nor there. That might mean that's top secret room. Ooh. Couple of golden poops going for a ride. Well, that was good. Well, there rip goes the idea. I mean, I'll just buy the sack head now, obviously, so that we can see the multiplicative damage down. I'm thinking it could be off this way too, but there's also no red room there, which is maybe telling me that it's not there. I don't know. I don't know why there's not a red room there. It could be the edge of the map. But even still, you can open it up and it leads you to the Ayamera room, so I don't know. It could be up here off the shop. This could be a good spot for it right there. Or here. Just 2 golden poops, having a good time. 2 golden poops. It's between the cursed room and the arcade. Yeah, no, it could be down that way too. I'd use it just below the arcade. Okay, chat seems to have opinions. And there's shit. No, I'm kidding. I'll try it out. Could be any of these locations. That's thinking maybe here. I'm good to go. And all of you, get out of my chat. Oh, please don't. It's a luck penny. Wasn't all for nothing. Oh, that's right. I wanted to buy that dolly. Right of shop it is, then. I could buy the battery. I can actually afford the battery. I could also just charge everything to the credit card, and we could see the multiplicative damage down on a different floor. Let's just buy the sack head. No, no! You know what? No, chat!
Credit card.
I'm gonna credit card this one. We'll see you later, okay? Goodness. How does it feel, chat? We did take a rotten heart, and it is a rotten fly. You see that little one that's covered in some moss? That one that forgot to wipe its butt? D20. No. No thanks. Crawl space, though. Tempting. Oh, you have school bag. That's right. That's right. We do have the school bag. We did take it. Oh, yeah. We can go into the cursed room, but it still spikes me, as Lumi knows. It'll still spike me via red room. And I'm gonna leave. Do it or no testicles. I have my own. You can keep your testicles. I'm good. I'm all set over here on this side of things. Thanks for the offer. Blood Moon, 2 months. Long-time watcher. Finally got enough spare income to start subbing to you. Thank you so much, Blood Moon. I appreciate it. Don't forget that you guys, you never have to feel bad for either not subbing in the first place or subbing at one point in time and then needing to save money and not subbing. I still want to see you here. I still appreciate you. Just being a viewer in general is awesome, because I know some people are like, I'm so sorry, I have to like stop my sub. It's like, take care of yourself first, okay? This is free content. You do not need to pay money to be here or to be seen or to be appreciated. But if you do, like, great. You know, obviously, you know, that's clearly how I have a job, but I'm not going to judge you for it. No negative feelings towards people that need to take care of yourself. I highly recommend that you do. Definitely understandable, especially right now. Can you read testicles like the name of Greek philosopher? Testicles? Testostocles? I suppose we should rip a red key. Well, we got it. I like how the description for glass spin down, -1 on the tab. I've been coming out for about 69 months. He reads what he can and interacts a lot. That's why I even first showed up. I'm gonna go off the top side here, because then you can get both angles. Potential ultra secret room. Boom, you taking notes? Got him. What do we want here? Probably just the sack. And if the sack doesn't give us what we want, then we D20 that shit. And we get the exact same thing. Nice. Ooh. Does that affect my flies? Probably not. Probably need hive mind. But it might affect my wisps. It did affect my flies. And my wisps. Wait, doesn't BFF spin down to something great? Or is it a double spin down? I didn't even look. I mean, I'm happy with what I got here. It's hard for me to complain. That's Trinket Guy.
Range.
That's a range up pill. That blue fire, the little block underneath it. Not too happy about the fire on its head. Your flies are all bulbous now. Nice. Looking thick. Been a fan about 2018. All my subs have been gifted. Gonna support the stream as soon as I can, though. Don't worry about copper. Don't stress about it. If that's something you want to do, awesome. But don't ever stress about it, you guys. I'm not saying you are stressing about it. You know what I mean, Jesus. Big, veiny, triumphant flies. I'm watching for a better part of a year now. I appreciate you guys supporting. By just being here, in general. Always in general, and never in Lieutenant. PC Control Freak 5 gifted subs. Thank you for that. Spider unboxing.
Spider unboxing.
Bing, 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 bing. I don't know if we really need more red health. I don't know if I should be saving my charge on my void for items, or just trying to find random red rooms. Squad gifted a sub to Copper. Very nice. F you too. Boom, 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 boom. Beep, 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 beam. Sack or chest, chat? Which one do you hold near and dear, nearer and dearer? Inside you are two containers. One's a sack and one's a chest. Sack, 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 chest, 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 sack, 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 chest, 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 chest. It's obviously a gray chest, right? If it was a golden chest, I think the obvious answer there would be like you can get an item out of a golden chest, but I think I see more support for the sack. Sometimes out of a great chest, you get nothing but a half red heart, so I think that this is probably a win here. I'm just going to go ahead and rip this because I don't know what else I'm going to use that for. You can get a sack out of a chest. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point, especially with Sackhead. You can't get a sack out of a sack. Says the Bible. No. Marriage is only between one sack and one chest. Why? So they can have sex and procreate and make more Christians. It's right in front of you, chat. You're so close. Oh, this little void jumpers. That's kind of cool. Segs. That's a you problem. Chest could be anything. It could even be a sack. You could get a golden chest from the great chest. Listen here, you little shits. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll see what's up. Yeah, we'll see what's up. Hematemesis, that's just a positive thing. That just gives me more flies. I think it's really interesting, too, how I can have certain things where I'm like, this part about Christianity makes me uncomfortable, and then have so many people, like friends of mine, be like, actually, I'm Christian, and I don't believe that. It's confusing to me. I don't want to get like into like a discussion here about, you know, good, bad, and the ugly. But just like, I don't know how to parse that. It's like your book says that though. It says it. Well, you don't really believe in that thing that founded this entire religion. That's confusing to me. I don't know how to take that. I'm gonna be honest. Sounds like that's not Christianity then. Did you go to church? Do you go to church? I do not go to church, but I did go to church. Was raised Lutheran. I was raised, baptized, and confirmed Lutheran. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You can actually take soul hearts when you're full and turn them into flies. Okay, we should just leave them on the floor. We should not do that. Take them. Double spin down is Eden's Blessing. Really, really good item, but we obviously don't have the ability to do that. Okay. We're gonna do that multiplicative damage down, and then here we are at 39 cents. So I'm just gonna start buying stuff just to get rid of money so that we can maybe get to the point where we could try it out, because I did want to try it. I hate the pick and choosing that religious people do. I feel like you should believe all of it or don't believe it at all, IMO. I mean, I'd be totally fine. And there has been, right? There has been like, right? There's not just Christianity. There's Lutheranism. There's Catholicism. There's, like, I don't know, like 50 different sects. SCCT. But it's also just like, this one book. I'm like thinking like, I just want to create my own religion, right? And have it just be about being like a cool dude. Or whatever you want to name it. Not to throw gender into the mix. Bifurcated Stars reveals the boss room on the map. Boss room exit door is replaced with the door to the treasure room after the room is cleared. Doesn't help me here. We have Lucky Rock. But at the same time, that's not really a religion, is it? It's called Pastafarianism. You got something. I remember there was a big debate that we had at one point in time about what religion actually means. Like, we've been here, we've talked about this before, and I remember arguing against people that were saying that religion does not require a deity. Religion is not actually the belief in a deity, is actually just a collection of ideas and beliefs, is what creates a religion. Definition of a religion: the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. I understand that here there's like a secondary point, a particular system of faith and worship, a pursuit of interest to what someone ascribes supreme importance, right? But the main definition here is the worship and belief in a superhuman controlling power. Once again, if we're gonna go ahead and say that the undodgeable. If we're taking the word of the Webster's whatever the hell dictionary that was, which we don't have to, it's, you know, but what is it about? Is it about deity? That would be a deity, yes, a superhuman controlling power. Just further muddying up the water here. Crank cookie tastes like corn. Look at my corn though. It's all angry and shit. It's dropping ipecac bombs. You see that? My beliefs are not defined by a Google search. No, you can have your own definition for shit. That's what I'm saying. But don't get mad at me that I'm trying to stick to one rule base so that we all talk about the same fucking thing. The same. So it happens all too often that we're arguing the same exact point. We just don't have like a ground base of like definitions. It happens in relationships all the time. You're like, we're on the same team. I'm actually saying the exact same thing that you did, but you just don't like that word that I used because it means something else to you. More things to think about, chat. I don't know what's happening to this guy. That person just ascended. Happens in scientific research too. I think it's the cookie. It's like a random chance to get sewing. I don't remember. Hemorrhaging. The other ones, there's a bunch of other things that can happen. Well, you know what we're gonna do with the golden pill. Pretty fly is good. Retro, another pretty fly. Can I get a third pretty fly? But you know what? I'm actually seeing that the corn is opposite of the pretty flies. It probably is the thing where we can't get another pretty fly. Shit. Oh, balls. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Full health, I found.
Oh, just shit and then bombed myself. But I'm invincible, so we're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, no. This has been the worst. Make the pain stop. For the love of Henry. All right, we'll do the chest that time. See, chat, you're wrong. Chest bad. Sack good. Pills. Infested. Gulp. Hey, that's nice. And there's another pretty fly. Confirmed, we did not get a third pretty fly. The pain only stops if you use it more. It's kind of like eating spicy things. It was -2 +2. The pain only stops if you continue to eat the spicy thing. Oh, Jesus, we just took a purple heart, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for us. Good news, bad news. We have Doom Shot, we got Hemorrhaging, we got whatever that Ascension thing was. That boom boom. That's the Doom. That's a Doom countdown. If we do the stuff in the things, hit them that many times, whatever numbers above their head, they get massive damage. Double sack. Oh my god. Another strong play for the sack. We could try the square thing since we have tractor beam. If it's like a range up or something. Oh, it's gone because you have Curse of the Maze. Sleeping. We have the sleep shot too, so. Come on. I think that was maybe the hemorrhaging or bleeding. I don't know. The So shot. That's another one. Muska. 3 bombs. Bombs spawn 3 random locusts when they explode. Enemies have a luck-based chance to spawn a locust on death. Our luck is looking pretty good right now, so. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, here's our chance to see what is up. I actually would like to suck down the Keeper's box. We'll buy that, and then we're gonna buy this 3-cent bomb to see what 1 penny is worth for this multiplicative damage down. 7 damage down to 0.06. Alright. So it's multiplicative, which means it's not linear. So that 1 penny is not going to be 0.01 or 0.06 every time? I don't know. Maybe it will be because it's just a percentage base of what I currently have. You know. Whatever. Words. We're actually at -1. You can actually see it in the top left, which is interesting. And we actually did... It was literally negative. I thought it just meant that, like, you could be at 0 and still buy things, but you would remain at 0. You literally go negative. And we got the damage back, because we... Oh, sure. This was not clear to me. But now we understand. You can take red hearts from shops as Duke. Gotcha. I'd like to go back and I'd like to suck down that shop. I should just also just use the shop before I suck it down because it's free charge. Money Goes Power could put you at 0.1 damage then? Question mark? I don't know. Know what that means. You're going to debt, you have to pay it off. Isaac's getting a little too real. Marvelously Outrageous 3 months. What's up? Oh, I missed AAA in there. Just so you know, Duke has mod compatibility with Web Hearts, Arachna, Team Compliances, Immortal Hearts, Mod, Patched Hearts, Moonlight Hearts, and Sewing Machine mod, and has plans to support with Repentance Plus and Fiend Folio. Dope. What else did I miss in there? Fabio Lux with 9 months. I missed your butt baby in there. Huts always choose sacks. And Marvelously Outrageous says, thanks for all your content, Huts. I suffer from heavy anxiety and PTSD, and your content is always what I watch to calm down. That's good. That's good. Because some people say that my content riles them up. You're able to spawn infinite locusts with golden bombs. Yeah, I guess. I suppose we do. This with fast bombs would be cool. Where shop? To see what he's got. You can also use this shop thing to try to get items in a secret room that has a reroll machine. Could be a good use of it. I suffer from IBS and your content always helps during these hard times. Oh, it is a Tears and range up. Okay, yeah. Hookworm, for sure. That's really good. I'm happy. I'm happy that people enjoy the content. No, please don't. Your content gives me less anxiety. I'm on screen like... Ugh. Mom's box. I could re-roll that into a Tears Up. I can also take it instead of the D20. Actually, a good one. V good, V good. What do we got here? We could reroll that into a damage upgrade. Do I want to save? Chat, do you want me to save my glass spin down for glory, for greatness, for Sacred Heart, for Brimstone? Or should I just rip it? 420. 22 months, welcome back. And Jakey got cakey for 6 months, welcome back. Make Hookworm better too. Glory, rip it, glory, keep it. 100 with Mom's box, glory, rip it. Glory and greatness for glory. Botfly, Nancy bombs, toothpicks are items you want to see. See, chat's about 50-50 with it too. If I held this to the end and I didn't do anything with it, I would feel, you know, bad about that, but one damage upgrade is probably not going to make the world of a difference right now. Pull it? I did, sort of. I did without doing it. Alright, we're gonna just go, I guess. Have we been to the item room on this floor? We did. That's where we got... was that where we just were? No, that's... Secret room. What was in the item room again? The shawarma flies. Doodle 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 doodle. Wow, that's a lot of hearts. Damn. Anybody thought I was gonna accidentally go down the hole there? Ooh, Breath of the Wild? No, Breath of Life. Hashtag worth. You love me. I think the hearts kicked out your old flies. Like the special flies. Ascension poop. And on the third day, the poop rose again. Was flushed again. How have I never seen that? I've had the fortune cookie before. Graphical update? I think we're probably full up on hard flies, so... Really good run. We're doing it hard here. Got it going on. Do I have sulfuric acid here? How come my shots are sometimes ripping through rocks? Been drinking that Rogue Energy every day like Dan. That shit is so good. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I wouldn't want to support something that I didn't personally enjoy or believe in. And it would also be concerning to me if everyone was like, yeah, this shit's actually really bad. Bless. That's also a tears up and a much higher range up. Oh, wow. Plus 22 range. I mean, we don't really need the range at this point in time, but I mean, I might as well, right? We got red rooms. We get shop items. That's a sack. Bought a black cherry tub. Were you sure to use code HUTS at checkout for 20% off your order? They're coming out with cans now, so they're gonna have carbonation. Exciting. It's not just going to be powder. Some people prefer the powder. I honestly, I might prefer the powder just because I can put as much or as little as I want in there. Ooh. Tears up or damage up? Honestly, I feel like from 1.49 to 229, Tears is actually a little bit better than just getting a 1.4 damage up and a shot speed up. Am I crazy? Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Rogue is taking off. They have like cotton candy. There was some sort of strawberry flavor. And then there was maybe a third can flavor. They also have mini fridges that they're launching. I don't know. They're going crazy. Rogue was good, says Squat. Cotton candy? I think my opinion on Rebecca mechanically is that there's a lot of good concepts or items, but it needs heavy balancing, like diffuse equals rewards or a good amount of Rebecca's personalities. Yeah, no, it seems a little broken to me. I don't think. Worm better, yeah, agree. It feels really bad though, because Crash Crown obviously gets better the more items that you get. And we're only gonna get more items. But my fire rate is so bad right now. And this improves it so much. That's a tough call. Cotton candy grapes are so good. Yeah, they really are. You guys ever seen those fingerling grapes? Crazy looking ones. Those are supposed to be really good too. Never had them. Looks super, super weird. Moondrop, yeah, that sounds right. Lily, you still lurking? Yeah, nice. I didn't mean to buy that. I'm way out. That's fine. Haven't had them either. They look like little alien fingers. Yeah, they look super weird. You know what's also really, really good and weird looking? Those tiny little bananas that you can find in Thailand and apparently other places, because I actually see them for sale at the Asian market down the road from my house. Those are really good. The tiny bananas. If you're a fan of bananas and you've never had the tiny bananas, go to your local Asian market and try to find them. Those are very average sized bananas. Have we even been looking for the regular secret room? No, not really. Voila. 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 Oh, so that's where you live. Thailand? It's not the size matters, it's taste. What did you want to say, or is that more mockery? Oh, no, nothing. That's you do you. Definitely wasn't about finding another ultra secret room. Oh. Me? No. Well, I wouldn't say that. Solemn vow. Allow the player to see enemy health. Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna try that out for at least a room. Not that weird. It's just Mod Buddy. Wait, what? It literally just gives you a Mod Buddy. What's up? What's up, dude? Why are we vowing? Trying to chill here, Mr. Streamer. And go to bed. And chill. Bro, I'm not trying to take away from your chill. Don't let my super crazy, powerful, finding ultra secret rooms effortlessly energy take away from your chill time, you know? That's a you thing. Vibrant bulb. Oh, let's see what it does for me. Yeah, it's pretty similar to the cracked crown.
Spider unboxing.
Saving this charge for this boss item. See if I want to suck that up, or maybe even possibly a devil item. Yum bum 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 bum. Why does... Okay, so one of those red hearts has a fly on it. What's that about? What does that mean? Ultra idiot streamer room, yeah. I'm trying to stream here, Mr. Chiller. Smelly heart? Does it give you like double the amount of flies or something? I don't know, that seemed like a lot. Cambion. We'll take Cambion and we'll suck down the Smetchbook. And maybe buy that. Pay it off later. Lover's card is Bone Hearts. Spawns and I have... No, that's right. We do the Lover's card challenge all the time. Obviously, I know what this is. One broken heart. I don't know if that's going to mean that we're only stuck at one heart, or if it's just going to slap a broken heart at the end. Maybe it won't do anything. That's dying. Yeah, we don't know though, right? Could be really good. Pop in the secret room. Oh, it takes your soul heart. You will die. Oh, that's right. It's one red heart or two soul hearts to give you one broken heart. It says right there. I can see it. But I've got a purple heart, so now what? I mean, what is it, chat? Do you want me to get a good item in the secret room or not? I have ×1 question mark extra lives. You will absolutely die. Don't. Yes. Malayan, thanks for the 14 months. Works like a soul heart. You'll still die. Content, Guppy's collar. Don't do it. Hey Huts, here's Timmy. Yes, I do enjoy when my streamer dies. Go, go. Don't die to get transcendence or some shit. Some shit. If we got Pog Bottom, I could touch all of these trinkets, get all the benefits. You will die there, Huts. Watch out. Use it at the end of the run just for science. Yeah, I mean... I totally agree. It will kill me, but there's a 50% chance I come back. And it's for the greatness. For my country. I left it behind. Oh, I should leave things like that on the ground, like we talked about earlier. Ooh. I don't know what that's gonna do. And there's our fast bombs that we were talking about, but I don't have a golden bomb anymore. Still cool. Pretty powerful, I just like this, right? Just spawn a bunch of flies in and basically kill everything. Blessed pennies are great. A little bit too late for that, but we do spawn shop pedestals to buy more things, so that's really good. That's really good for us. Look at the look on his face. He's like, that's my sack. He's terrified. I'll put it out of your misery. Okay, we overwrote tractor beam. Didn't think about that. That's still good, right? The piercing. Not as good as I was thinking. Oh, there's our golden bomb. There we go. Alrighty then. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, I didn't know that hurt me when I touched that. That sucks, because now we're gonna die. Didn't even see that that was a thing there. Oh, your sack for 0.41 damage up? Yeah, bud. That's a tinted rock. I was looking for the soul heart. Could have had a soul heart in the ground that I picked up early. Cool stuff. Menacing Meow, 43 months. What's up? Welcome back. Thoughts on 43? Raputs, he died of dying. It was tragic. Civil Penguins, tier 1 sub. Welcome. That could be a balls.
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance. I don't know what that does. It could be a soul heart, technically. In a spikes. Oh, naughty. Bad red poop. We tried. Tinted rock. Black hearts aren't going to cut it either. I don't think I can get black hearts for health. Hit that maybe. Use it again somewhere. Maybe far off. Diesel way. You see a red door? I do. It's a good one. That's a good one. Almost got me. Lol. Tinted rock, tinted rock, tinted rock. Bought some rogue energy and it's actually a banger to Civil Penguins. Good. I'm happy to hear that people are enjoying it. People on YouTube, if you're watching, there is a link, or there should be a link in the description down below to go there. You can use that link. You can also use code HUTS at checkout if you want 20% off. I know people are going to ask, well, how do I get it? Yeah. Oh, I gotta remember. You don't always get both of them. Almost walked into those spike blocks back there. I just, maybe I do have ADHD, chat. It might be true. I don't understand why I give in to impulse so quickly. Really tells you about my personality. I have the curse of ADHD. Okay, so Jamie was like, I think that I might have ADHD because she has like a really, really hard time focusing down on tasks. She gets distracted super, super easily. She's got all these other things that are like ADHD things. She knows way more about it than me. She was looking into it to try to prove to me that she thinks that this is valid. And when she was reading through all these things, like, do you have this? Do you experience this? Do you have this? It was actually a lot of things that was describing me and not her. And she was like, oh my God, do you have ADHD? I don't think that I do, if I'm being honest, but I don't fucking know. WebMD be like, I also have ADHD. I probably have ADHD. I thought, so I was talking about, I watched Bo Burnham's Inside. When he had that bit where he was talking about how he used to feel young, you know, in a room full of boomers, but now he's surrounded by zoomers, and he's like, you guys all have all of these issues strictly because you were raised in front of a screen, a phone screen specifically, and had access to the internet, which is just like totally takes advantage of one's ADHD. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. That. Yeah. Wasn't it, but I was thinking, like, I don't know if it could be in a position like this where it physically couldn't open up on that side, right? It could have been off to the right, off of the curse room. I don't know. I buy that for a multiplicative damage down, but actually a damage up. It's actually just a damage down. Okay. I'll shut the hell up. Welcome to the Internet is such a good song. Anything and everything all at the same time. Whatever it is, however it goes. You guys, I told you I'm bad at lyrics. I got the gist of it. Looking for a while. Gotta get going. Daughter's birthday. Going to get a cake. Groggy Gamer. See ya. Have fun. Tell your daughter I said happy birthday. Or don't, because that's like kind of weird. Hey, this random guy on the internet wished you happy birthday. Little bit of everything, all of the time. Yeah, sure, that's the one. Do 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 do. That's great. Great trinket, but I'm not taking it. There are too many great things. That's a wrench on the ground. Right there. Nope. The wrench was a fake wrench. It's like cutting the wrench in half. Okay, sure, it was the little pieces of grass. Fine. But there was a fucking wrench on the ground. Okay. She says, thank you, see you later. Hey, Groggy. 100 bit, speaking of music, have you been playing any Beat Saber? It's got my VR set up again and getting back into it. So good. Great cardio, too. How do you deal with the sweat? Like, if it's just you, it's fine, right? You just wipe it off, go back in. But when I'm playing with Jamie, right, and she's like, just a bucket of sweat, and then she hands it to me, and there's like an audible squish when you put the VR on. It's not just a Jamie issue. I'm not trying to attack Jamie right now. She'd be like, what do you mean by that? Why are you telling me chat this? Red room vault, right side. Up and to the right, because it could totally be over here on the left, right? Right there. This could be a great spot for it. Got more than one face gasket and on the index, you can just swap them out. Is index the way to go? 5? Jamie's pumped about the Lizzo sound pack, music pack that they just came out with. Moist. You don't deal with the sweat, you clean it between uses. Yeah, but it's like in there. It's a fabric thing. Do you wring it out? Index, hands down, love it. What am I doing? Just gonna look for this. Jamie feeling better? Yeah, she is feeling better. Little bit of everything. All the time. What was that about? The bomb flies? Excuse me? Rum ba bum 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 bum. Not very impressed. I'll touch it though. Why don't you get a leather face thingy? First PlayStation version of Beat Saber got better, more music tracks. It doesn't? Get some extra face gaskets for party purposes. Also would recommend getting a pair of Vive V2 controllers for compatibility along with the index controllers. Totally worth it. What compatibility? What is a compatibility issue? That sounds like crap. I don't want to go in there. It's hard to tell where my body is because I'm just a floating head. I probably should just leave. Yeah. It's gonna go. Just gonna head on out. Oh, you know what? We coulda last spin down, take a look at what that is. Nope. Changed my mind. And we're out of here. I mean, right, you could just go with like, why don't you spend more money? There's obviously something made by somebody somewhere that's gonna solve this issue. I got hit by a beam of light from something. Okay. What was that shot speed on that thing? Damn. A lot of older games were designed for the Vive controllers, feel better when playing, but the index controllers work for most, but some games the Vive works better. Very interesting. Also very interesting. I didn't even know those ghosts were in that room.
McMillan, you little fucker. You made a shit of peace with your trash, Isaac.
Yeah. Well, that's how it ends, unfortunately. I hope that today's episode was at least a little bit enlightening. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, I generally strive to keep things, you know, nice. I say some off-the-cuff shit all the time, so I can't expect that the chat isn't going to sometimes reflect that, especially when I'm trying to joke about something and I think that the joke is clear. And especially when that joke that I'm making that it's maybe sometimes clear, but actually also disparaging towards something else or something, you know, and then you guys can feel defensive. That's totally fine. But let's talk about that. Let's open up a conversation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.